So, topic one, we have to talk about this. Y'all know prom season just ended. Everybody has been going viral. The girls are going crazy. The dates are going crazy. Everything has been just out of the water of what we used to do. So are the new generations doing too much with prom? The rental cars have turned into luxury car and party bus flexes. We are more so looking at the optics than the actual experience of prom. When I was going to prom in high school, it was more so about this is our last partying time together. We're about to graduate. The seniors, it's about the seniors, but I got invited to prom all 4 years. But my mom didn't let me go my freshman year. But anyways, this is about saying goodbye to the seniors and partying one last time before summer and before they graduate. But now it's more so about like, you got red and bottoms on? Did you pull up in a Bentley? Is your dress Vera Wang? You know what I'm saying? Did you get your hair from Kendra's boutique? Type shit. The girls are going, they getting the bundles that I got in my head.
To be fair, when we was in high school, we wasn't really wearing bundles though. Times have truly changed. You know, I saw a post on social media a few weeks ago. This girl had got her prom dress made out of $100 bills. The whole prom dress. And I was
was real?
I think, maybe not. Probably not.
I feel like Monopoly had something to do with that.
But even still though, I feel like it was the perception. You know what I mean? I think that you get an A for effort for creating this, for something like that. I don't necessarily think that's doing too much. I think maybe she was just trying to be creative. She wanted to step outside the box. She wanted to look different from everybody else. She wanted to make sure ain't nobody else have her dress on. That's fine. But I do think that it's become like a whole production going to prom. However, though, as a millennial, are we elder millennials?
Yeah.
Are we?
I think we're like the top of the millennial. Oh, no, you know what? I think we might be in the middle because my sister is the millennial.
We are. We in the middle.
We're in the middle. We're in the middle.
So, yeah, because I think, like, ain't Kim Kardashian and Beyonce millennials?
Oh, they are. So, I think millennials goes to what, 95?
95?
Yeah.
I was born in 91.
That's what I'm saying. So, millennials.
I think it's like 96 or 97.
It's 96. That's what I'm saying. I'm not 96. Too far off.
Gen Z.
Okay,
Gen
yeah.
Z.
Someone wasn't far off.
Yeah, you wasn't far off. Okay, but yeah, like, but I think it's starting like 81, 82.
So we're
something like that. So yeah, we're
in the middle.
We in the middle. So, but as an elder millennial, when I was going to prom, it was still kind of like that.
It was flashy.
It was flashy.
See, that's because you were, maybe that's the difference.
It was flashy.
City versus the country.
Yeah, it was flashy. Like, people was renting cars. People was making sure that they had, like, the matching outfits with they little boyfriends. We was doing the corsage exchanges. Like, we made sure I had the corsage. He had the, what is it called? You was
busted down like this?
Huh?
You was busted down like this?
No, this came later. This came a little later. I just had some gold bangles.
Oh, shit.
But my prom dress, I will say my prom dress was really expensive because I had pressed my mom about the prom dress that I wanted. I had and that was at the time when people started wearing like short prom dresses. Cause I remember before that, everybody was wearing like long prom dresses for the longest. And then when I got to high school, my senior year, it became the thing to have like the short poofy prom dresses because like Betsy Johnson was real popular back then. Yeah. So, and she was like known for like the short, like poofy, dainty dresses or whatever, which is actually coming back in now.
Oh my gosh, it is. They love showing up to the club in the milkmaid
Fashion
dress.
loves to recycle itself. So yeah, so I had begged my mom for this dress and it was so cute. And I remember I had went off of in Houston. What's the name of that street called?
Harwin?
It's on the west. Yes, off of Harwin.
I know a little something.
But it's like a lot of dress shops over there, and it was this dress, and it was so beautiful, and I wanted it so bad. And my mom got me the dress. And, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, prom was, like, an expensive thing back then. I remember I had got my makeup done. I had got my hair done. We had exchanged corsages. Me and my friend pulled up in a Benz on Swangers.
Oh, that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot.
It was her stepdaddy Benz, but we still pulled up in it.
So this is what I think. I think it was just like Maybe they are being a little too hard because we did do. Now that I think about
You
it,
got lip gloss on your cheek.
You got it.
It's gone.
Okay, we did do a lot in prom for what we thought was a lot. Because I'm not gonna lie, I did something my first year of prom that I got a wedding dress. I wore a
For
wedding
prom?
Yes, but it wasn't. It was a colored dress. It was a colored. It was a burgundy gown. I hope I found a picture because I want to send it to Javi so I can post it.
I'm gonna see him mine.
It was a burgundy gown. It was a corset. It went all the way down. It had a train. It was like tiered. You know how they had the tiered things? It was tiered all. It was absolutely gorgeous. I'm not gonna lie. It's a dress. It was a timeless dress. Like I could wear that today to like an event and then be like, oh my gosh, this is a beautiful dress.
Do you still have it?
I don't think I have any of my prom dresses.
I still have my prom dress.
Yeah, I don't think I have any of my prom dresses. So my sophomore and junior year, I wore wedding dresses. Like it was like everybody was like, oh my God. Like my mom, I will say, never held back on the price of the dresses and stuff. I think to wear it was just like a little different. It's like designer. Like we didn't do the designer things like that. Like we weren't wearing YSL heels. We didn't have Chanel bags. We didn't do that because the girls are showing up in red bottoms and stuff. But I will say we definitely did splurge on dresses.
Yeah, we did. We splurged on dresses. I mean, and just I feel like the all around experience because back then people were getting limousines. People was renting a Hummer limousines and stuff.
Yeah, we had rented a limousine, but it was from my uncle. He had a funeral home.
That's what remember I asked you, did you pull up in a hearse?
No.
You swear you didn't.
I swear it was a limo.
You still ain't showing me
I'm
the
gonna show
photo.
you. I'm gonna find it.
But yes, so like people was doing the Hummer limousines. People was doing the regular limousines. It was a
spectacle.
It was definitely a big thing. But I agree. But I think that's just because back then designer. Damn. But you know what? I'm lying. Because I was gonna say designer wasn't really that really wasn't that important to us. But in high school, me and my friends used to be wearing Dooney and Burke. We used to be wearing Juicy Couture.
Yeah.
We used to be wearing the little fake Louis Vuitton bags and stuff from Fiesta.
So I mean, but that's what I'm saying. But like, because Dooney and Burke then to us was like high end, but we wasn't trying to show up with like a Chanel clutch and like Christian Louboutins. Like we wasn't doing that. But back then, what we were doing was expensive. But we have to realize, give these people grace because times have changed. And if you can afford it, I'm not saying y'all are doing too much because honestly, if you can afford to do extravagant things for your child, why not? Why not? If you can afford to give your child an experience of a lifetime, because look at how we went to prom, you know, almost 20 years ago. And look how we're talking about our experiences that our parents gave us. Prom was amazing. I was that girl at prom.
Me too. I had a great time. Me and my friends had a ball.
Yeah, so I'm like, if your parents can afford to give you an amazing experience like that and spend the money, let them do it. If they can, now don't go into debt doing it. But if you can afford to give, they say they renting helicopters, the exotic cars, go ahead.
I feel like if you can, no, why not?
Why not?
Like, I seen a post where it was a girl, you could tell she lived in the projects or something. And like her friends had came out in leotards and they did a little dance for her before she came out and did her main entrance and she walked outside. I thought that was creative because it's like at the end of the day, if you ain't got it like that, work with what you got.
Exactly.
And they work with what they got.
Now, I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad at that either because that's memorable. When they turn 50, they gonna be like, girl, remember we had put on them leotards and we danced and you came out in your prom dress? I think that's beautiful and that's real friendship because I would do that for my friend.
I would do that now.
I would do that now too. It's your wedding.
That's what I'm saying. I think, and the prom poses are cute because we didn't do prom poses back in my day. We didn't have prom poses. But I think the prom poses are cute. I think all of it is cute. I think as adults, again, y'all be 35 my age and 45 sitting on the internet talking about 16-year-olds because you didn't have that experience. You're projecting on these children and these parents who can afford to show their child maybe something that they didn't get to experience. So you know what? If I grew up poor and I couldn't do X, Y, Z and now I can afford it, let me give my child something that my parents couldn't give me. Why are y'all projecting?
But I feel like people be thinking more so it's setting unrealistic expectations.
It's one night.
Especially for like a high school milestone. But I don't don't think it's a such thing. I think if anything, it's setting a good expectation. It's like for you to want more in life, work hard so you can always get these things, so you can always live this way. I don't know. But then also, you know, people were saying that people be wanting to do all of that for their kids so they not getting married. It ain't gonna be no wedding. So they be like, let me go ahead and ball out. Or it ain't gonna be no college graduation. So let me ball out right now.
Now, see, I don't like that. I don't
like that either.
That's racist.
Well, I mean, it been black people saying it too.
I know.
So,
but I think, again,
can we be racist against our own selves?
I don't think so. I think it's just
another word.
I don't know the word.
Me either.
But I just think, again, let kids have fun. I don't think it's too much. I think that y'all be projecting.
Yeah.
It's just simple projection, and I think it's a good memory for children to have. I just be tired of seeing people, the millennials, get online and judging the kids for what they're doing. Because guess what? When we were going to prom, people older than us were probably judging us for the things that we were doing.
And a lot of people in our age group, as I have conversations with people, I'm realizing a lot of people didn't go to prom. So maybe that's why they be feeling some type of way too. Because a lot of people didn't even get to go to prom.
Which is crazy.
Or really experience it on the level that like some of us did. Because I had a great time at prom. I really did.
Yeah, I had a ball.
Me and my boyfriend, we had got a hotel
Y'all
room.
did it?
The night of prom? We was already doing it. But we definitely.
A freaky bitch. I'm disgusted.
We was already doing it. But yeah, we definitely did it on prom night. Duh.
Sure.
I busted down too.
What you mean you busted down? Oh,
as much as my 18-year-old body could.
You a freak.
I definitely did. We was so cute at prom, so we had like the little matching outfit.
Aww.
It was real cute.
Yeah.
And we went to Mize afterwards.
Oh, y'all was outside.
Yeah. Shout out to Mize, a Houston staple.
See, we was in Orange, so we would go out to eat before. So we would drive to Beaumont, baby, to go to Papa Do's.
Ooh, y'all was fancy.
The limo took us to Papa Do's, baby.
The hearse.
So we went to Beaumont. We would go to Papa Do's. We would come back from Orange, go to the actual prom. After prom, everybody would go meet up at Waffle House because we would be drunk by then. And then, like, everybody would go to a room. We would get a room, and everybody would just turn up. It was like a bunch of us, though.
Y'all used to be doing it in a room?
No, I didn't do it after prom. I didn't do it. So one year, my mom let us all come to the house because I had a pool, and we all came to my house afterwards. And after prom, she had cleared out the living room. We made a big pallet for everybody to stay. It was a co-ed sleepover. Everybody was like, I was like, y'all, because we was all fucking by then, but I was like, y'all, let's just keep it G-rated for tonight and let's just have a good time. Everybody agreed. It was one couple. She was actually, of course I'm not going to say her name, but it was one of my teammates on the volleyball team. Her and her boyfriend decided to go in the pool and start fucking in my pool. My mom caught them. And of course she like had to tell their parents. It was like such a big deal. And I was so mad at her because I'm like, why would you do that? Like, we're all in the living room. We're all outside. And the pool... Like, my mom, she had a patio on the outside of her room, so she could walk out to the patio and see the pool. And so she had her door open. She had everything open so she could be monitoring all of us. Why would you be in the pool fucking?
They was making noise?
I don't know what was going on, but I was so mad. I was so mad.
What did your mom say?
My mom was just like, you know your teammate was in there fucking. I said, Mama, I was like, do you be fucking? I was like, no. I don't do that. I know your ass be fucking. And we was just going back and forth.
You was, though.
And was. And was.
Oh, my God.